Hey y'all, story time, story time. This story it's about when I was in third grade, around what we call Resurrection Sunday now, but people call Easter back then. I think some people may still call it Easter. But anyway, I was in about third grade, and if I'm not mistaken, I was with my two cousins, Jackie and Joyce, and we were getting ready to go home. We were you know how kids get out of school and they meet whoever it is that they walk home with, and we were talking about the upcoming Easter holiday. Well, this woman that I'm going to talk about, her name was Miss Easter. She's a white female, um, about 5'5", 5'6", something like that. She wore her hair in a flip. Now, mind you, this is in the 70s. This is in the 70s. And she had wide hips and big legs, and was a miserable such and such. She was just miserable. I don't think that she wanted to be there. We were a county school. My thought about it, I believe she might have applied for a job in the county and ended up at our school. It wasn't what she wanted, but that's where she ended up at. And she just didn't look like she wanted to be there. I don't think she had a relationship with many of the teachers except if they were Caucasian, like she was. And then some of them, I don't even think had a relationship with her because she was a heifer. All right, so um, third grade, me and Jackie and Joyce, we talking about, hey, oh, and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna have on this, and my mama bought me this, and my mama bought me that, and yeah, and blah blah blah. You know how little kids do. And so, me being who I've always been, I said, well, I'd be glad when Easter come and go. And this woman verbally attacked me and said, "Why, you little spotted leg heifer." That's what she called me, a third grader. And I just looked at her like, I mean, stunned. Because why would you say that to a kid? First of all, we wasn't even talking to you. You heard Easter and swore we was talking about you. But the fact was, Easter was near. It was near. You know, these children like to hunt for eggs, and they like their baskets and all that there. But for whatever reason, she chose to say what she said to me. I think she just needed a reason to go off. Anyway, didn't know her. Was in third grade. She taught fourth grade. So I just walked off. Me and Jackie and Joseph were talking about it on our way home. We was walking on our way home. Honey, let me tell you something about my cousins. They couldn't wait to get home and tell my mama. Ooh, now, Miss Easter called Rachel a spotted leg heifer. And the reason she was able to call me a spotted leg heifer because I had infantigo. And if you don't know what that is, infantigo is a condition where it's like mosquito bites get infected and they pus and scab over, and it just looks terrible. But anyway, so this heifer said that to me because I was going to call her later, but she was a heifer. Anyway, so she said this to me. My mom was pregnant with my brother. She was pregnant with my brother. The next day, she went to the office and asked where Miss Easter's class was. They didn't like it. It wasn't like it is now, where you have to uh, they call over the intercom or loudspeaker or whatever and get in touch with the teacher. Back then they trusted. They trusted the parents to do what they were supposed to do. So they told my mama where Miss Easter class was. But listen now, this is all from other people's account because I didn't see it. I didn't see it with my own two eyes, right? So she goes up to the because that particular building, the fifth grade was on the bottom floor and the fourth grade was on the top floor. So they said she was waddling up them steps up to Miss Easter's class. Miss Easter's class, after you get up the steps, you go to the left and there's a bathroom, and then the steps are pretty much right at Miss Easter's door. So they said she went in Miss Easter's classroom and blessed her out. My mom was not a cusser, but honey, she could let you know and feel where she was coming from with every word, every syllable. Okay? So that's what happened. Didn't nothing happen to my mom. Didn't nothing happen to Miss Easter. But let me tell you what happened about 4 more years after that. It's this beautiful, glamorous, plus size woman who was a substitute teacher named Miss Harris. Miss Harris was glamorous. She wore Pam Grier type uh, Foxy Brown long wigs, right? She always had her face made up. She dressed to the T, always looking good, right? So Miss Harris was our substitute teacher in Miss Shade's class. Miss Shade is Sam Shade's mother. So what happened was somebody came in class and told Miss Harris what Miss Easter had done to her son. Let me tell you what Miss Easter did to Miss Harris' son. Miss Harris' son went to the same school, right? And her being a substitute teacher, I don't know if she lived in the area or whatever, but he went to our school, right? So they came and told her that while her son was at the pencil sharpener, this was kind of pencil sharpener that was attached to like the coat closet, which means that you stand up and it's you sharpen the pencil kind of close to your body. It could be, depending on whatever your height is, it could be like chest area or your face. Well, I don't know what happened, what was the reason why she thought that. I don't know why she felt so emboldened that she could just do what she did, but she knocked this boy head up against the pencil sharpener. Knocked this boy head up against the pencil sharpener. Whoever that was that came and told her couldn't wait to tell Miss Harris. Baby, Miss Harris asked somebody to take over. You know how they used to ask back in the day, somebody take names, and if anybody talk, and I'll be back. So she left. I'm not an eyewitness to any of this, but what was said was that after Miss Harris got finished with Miss Easter, she thought that she had been in a heavyweight fight and she was not the victim. So Miss Harris told her behind, said she gave her all kind of uppercuts and rope-a-dopes and all that there. I don't know who was the famous fighter back then, but she was getting handled like she was Muhammad Ali. Ooh, she was handling her like she was Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, uh, 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 Michael Spinks. I don't know whatever the names of these folks were, but anyway, she knew she had got a good whipping. Let me tell you something. After that, for whatever reason, I don't really remember seeing Miss East. I don't know if she resigned or what she did, but I don't remember seeing her. But I'm going to tell you who I did see. Miss Harris was still substituting at our school. I don't know why these folks, but this was in the 70s. If you don't want to be around black folks, you ain't got to be around black folks as your job in the 70s. They were still they were trying to get us together. Maybe that's why she ended up at our school. But she didn't want to be there, baby. When I tell you she didn't want to be there, she didn't want to be there. Okay? So, she got her wish. Because she got handled. One thing about folks don't realize, even though we were dignified folks, we dignified. Especially back then. Most of us was dignified. You had some, it was about that life. But most of us, if the teacher said something about your child, the parent believed the teacher. And the child got in trouble. But honey, the teacher got in trouble this time. Give God the glory in all that you do in his way and in his word. Y'all be blessed.